Hello, my loves. I hope you guys are doing well. Welcome into your reading for the full moon in Aquarius. So let's just dive right into what full moon energy is. Full moon energy is this culmination energy. It's like this spotlight energy. It's a great time to celebrate. It's a great time to focus on a particular area of your life, guided by the moon phase. So right now the moon is full in the sign of Aquarius. The Aquarian energy is all about change. It's all about revolution. It's all about humanitarianism. What are we here to do as a collective, for the collective? And in keeping with that, I'm changing things up a little bit here. So for those of you who are not new, hello, welcome back in. Thank you for being here. We're changing things up. You're going to notice that there's going to be individual videos for each alignment. And the full moon in Aquarius wasn't satisfied with just leaving that as the change. It also wanted to change which reading it wants to align the advice to. So for this reading in particular, and those who are not new, for those who are new, welcome in. I'll explain in just a minute what we're doing here. We are going to be looking at the advice for where the moon shows up in your birth chart. Okay, I'll get to that in just a second, but let me finish the intro here. So the moon is full on August 11th, and this lunar phase, this advice, this energy that's in play here is going to be relevant until September 10th. So it's about a month long of advice here for you with this full moon, with a celebration of the humanitarian energy, the revolution energy, this celebration of why are we here and what did we come here to do? So, where was the moon when you were born? Well, if you've never run your birth chart before, don't worry. There's a link in the description. It takes you through a step-by-step tutorial, or you can just click on the link that I've provided to the birth chart generator and you just enter in your birth data. If you don't know your birth time, please watch my How to Find Your Birth Time tutorial video. Go ahead and put in the effort to find your birth time so that you can go ahead and play along with some of the conversations that are popping up more and more and more in our culture as we start to really understand how much about ourselves and our energies can really be revealed through the working with the chart. Okay, so once you put in your information into the birth chart generator, you're going to be looking for the third chart on Cafe Astrology's site that lists the houses that all of the planets are in. It looks like this. Okay, so here's an example chart here. You're going to just check where it says moon and then see what house it is in. Roman numerals, so you may need to figure out what Roman numeral is applicable for you. So right here it says moon in X. You can ignore MC for now. You don't need to know what that means. X stands for 10. So this person's going to watch the video that is for the 10th house, moon in 10th house. Okay. You're going to watch whatever video aligns with your moon in whatever house it was in when you were born based on this chart. If you have questions, please just reach out to me. Send me your birth data information, birth chart information, images of your birth chart, and I will tell you which reading is relevant for you if for some reason you are having trouble figuring it out, okay? You can always support me by commenting on the videos, sharing my site, my page with anyone that you think would be aligned to what it is that I offer. You can support me financially at paypal.me/devotedvulnerable. Link is in the description. And you can also check out my website, devotedandvulnerable.com/services. You can get a reading with me there. And you can support me in all sorts of fun things that I have going on that site as well. Okay. And with that, let's get into the individual readings. So this reading is for you if your moon was in the third house when you were born. So let's talk a little bit about what the moon represents. The moon represents your emotions. The sign that they were in when you were born, that it was in when you were born, represents how your emotions express. It represents the energy of your emotions. The house that the moon was in when you were born represents where in your life your emotions show up most strongly. Okay? So for you, your emotions are tied to your communication. You're tied to technology, language, early education, data exchange, transportation. This energy is all about exchange of mental knowledge or exchange of location, which also can bring with it new knowledge, new understanding. Early education, which is the younger learning that happens. So it is a lot about learning, and it's about communicating. So your emotions are tied up in this house, in this energy. And the full moon in Aquarius really wanted to bring your awareness to this fact that your emotions are tied into your communication. So how to communicate your emotions clearly is probably a central theme in your life, and is most likely something that you are needing to develop further. Because the full moon in Aquarius really wanted me to bring people's awareness to which house the moon was in when they were born. Okay, let's just get to the card drawing now. We're using the Angel Therapy deck by Doreen Virtue. I had the card deck on the other slide there. Okay, here is your card. I finally just scanned in all my pictures because I was getting tired of having blurry visuals. The energy of crystals supports you and helps you in your present situation. Interesting. So you might be able to communicate with gemstones, okay? So if you've never worked with gemstones before, get ready. Gemstones are amazing. I have so many beautiful gemstones that I'm so blessed to have in my life. So for those of you who've never worked with gemstones, those of you who have, give me a second. Those of you who've never worked with gemstones before, crystals before, go to your closest new age metaphysical gemstones shop, okay? And you're just going to go in and you're just going to go to whatever crystals call to you, okay? Calling to you can mean a bunch of different things. It could call your eye and you'd be like, that's it. You could have a feeling in your heart. You could also just pass your hand over them, and whatever ones feel different to you. Sometimes it's a heat, sometimes it's like light. Some people sense things differently. So you could just pass your hand over the stones and see what stone your hand goes to. Or you could just close your eyes, put your hand over the stone, and then grab a stone, okay? You're going to want to come home with like 3 or 4 different stones, okay? And the bigger the stone is, the more expensive it is, okay? So clusters like this baby are way more expensive than like, I mean, these ones are pretty big too, okay? But you can get smaller ones than this. I don't have any small ones over here. Oh, I do. Okay. So like this, tiny, right now, yeah? You can just get them this size. You don't have to go crazy, okay? Don't break your wallet on this moon advice. But those of you, so whether you're new to crystals or not, I am inviting you, the full moon in Aquarius is inviting you to sit with your gemstones and see if you can open a dialogue, open a communication. The energy of crystals want to communicate to you. It's going to help you with your communication. You can actually get gemstones that help with communication. Lapis lazuli is really good for that. Any stone that's blue is going to be good for that, because blue is the color of the throat chakra, and that's going to help open up the communication. So any stones that are blue, I think sodalite is a good communicator too. I have some. Ooh, here is some lapis lazuli. Okay, you know it's lapis lazuli because it's got golden flecks in it. Okay, it's like the main way to tell the difference between lapis lazuli and sodalite. But your gem shop should have the names of the crystals. You want to know the names of the crystals you're buying, so you can look up the qualities and properties later if you want to. Anyway, what do? You want to sit with the gemstone and communicate it. Just hold the gemstone in your hand, okay? Close your eyes. and just allow yourself to empathize with the energy of the stone. So you know how like when you're in a room with somebody, you empathize with them, you can kind of feel their vibration, feel their energy. Well, you're just going to do the same with the stone. And then just let whatever happens happen. I would try this for, set a timer, 10 minutes. And I would try it a few times this lunar month, okay? This is a big message for you. Crystals are trying to communicate with you. Why am I saying communicate? Because this is your third house. Your emotions, I think, are very adept to communicating, and you're going to be able to hold a gemstone and communicate with the energy of that stone. I have a feeling. Or you just need a gemstone around you that's going to help you communicate better. So you might just want to grab a lapis lazuli, or they're more expensive, but anyway, grab a blue gemstone that helps with communication and put it on your throat chakra for 10 minutes. Not even trying to communicate with it, just like intend that the energy of your communication is cleared up, okay? Let me know if you have any questions on this. I love working with crystals. I will talk about crystals all day. I'd like just check to see how long I've been rambling about crystals because I freaking love them. They're so awesome. Their energies are so beautiful. I haven't ever actually communicated with a gemstone, but I've seen people do it. I know it's possible. And because this is your communication house, your emotions are able to communicate very well. And the crystal card came up. I think you have that ability. And the full moon in Aquarius is wanting you to get weird a little bit. Aquarian energy is all about getting weird, all about being revolutionary. So get weird a little bit. Get some crystals in your life, see what happens, learn about them a little bit more. Reach out to me if you have questions because, like I said, I will talk about this forever. I love gemstones. I really do. I think they're awesome. So enjoy your communications with your crystals this month, my beautiful third house. This is the coolest reading I've had so far. But I've only done 3. So I think that's it. I love you so much. Thank you for being here. And as always, namaste. The universal light within me salutes and honors the universal light within you. Namaste.